so in place of the meeting. You turn right at the building, take the first left, next page.
No, I'm going the A&E.
What we're going to do tonight, we'll start off with Len, and then we're going to go on to the question and answer session.
To come to a meeting of this nature and rally the troops and get you to believe that I'm the strong fighting General Secretary for Unite, but truthfully my back went on me this afternoon during the BA negotiations, which, you know, we might get an opportunity to talk about because they've just broken down without any agreement, so you're the first to know that. So do forgive me for not standing up. I feel much better when I'm standing up. It enables me to flame my elbows around a lot when I'm talking about various things. I think Jimmy's just touched upon perhaps one of the most important things to me, and that is an opportunity to meet comrades and to listen to your views, to answer your questions and concerns, and try to deal with issues so that we can formulate the platform on which we can launch the General Secretary election, which is liable now to kick off probably in May. We're not quite sure when it's going to be concluded because the executive, which is meeting in March, will make that decision. Now, all of you may have heard me say certain things before, and no doubt by the end of this election you will hear me repeat them over and over again. But Unite was formed in order to create a progressive, powerful voice for working people, a force for good within our society that would literally benefit millions of working people. It was based on certain principles that all of us, I know, it's close to our hearts, and all of us fought for over our lives. A fighting back union, a union that is prepared to stand shoulder to shoulder with workers in struggle. An organising union, reaching out to the millions of workers who don't have trade unions. A union, in a sense, goes where other unions fear to tread. A union that was able to punch its weight in the political arena, and I know there'll be some debate in an audience of this nature on that a bit later. A union where equality becomes a natural part of our everyday thinking, not just locked into proportionality and constitutional committees, but an everyday of everything we do. You'll hear all of the candidates talk in terms about equality being at the heart of everything we do. Well, we need to develop a union where it becomes natural for equality to be at a point in our lives and in our psyche where it just becomes natural, as opposed to having to constantly being raised. An international union. All the constituent unions within Unite have proud traditions on the international arena, and we built Unite on the basis of developing international workers' solidarity and developing our international profile so that we could attempt to challenge global capital. And perhaps the one thing that's more important than any of that, the glue that holds us together, is the question of lay member democracy, making certain that it means what it says, that our lay members are the ones who determine the direction, the policy of our union, and who officers of the union are accountable to. So they're the issues that brought Unite into being, and as I say, all of us fought for those particular issues. The theme and the basis of my election campaign will be, it's now time for us to deliver. It's time for us to deliver that particular vision, the vision that we all fought for and that we will get an opportunity to mould together. I was very proud back in Manchester last September to be chosen as the United Left candidate. I'd already made it crystal clear that if I was not the United Left candidate, then I would not have run for position. I would have supported whoever the United Left would have chosen. So I'm very proud to take up that standard because that's where I come from. Now, of course, in terms of developing Unite as we go forward, we have to mean what we say. I've got no intentions, and I'm not interested in actually creating a TNG Mark II, because that's where I come from, or an Amicus Mark II. I'm only interested in trying to develop and create a Unite Mark I. And that's because of the problems that we face as a union. It will be essential for us to be a united union with a clear vision, a vision that this united left, the most powerful, influential force within the union, should play a key role in developing as we go along. I am a passionate believer of an inclusive, tolerant union where fear plays no part and where democratic debate is allowed to flourish at every level of our organisation. I don't know any other way, comrades, to actually make certain that lay member democracy actually works unless you allow that democratic debate to flourish everywhere.